All right, guys. What we're looking at here is we're looking at basically the phase changes. We're looking at the different phase changes of what we have. The normal state of what we do things and how substances change states is we move from a solid to a liquid and then to a gas. That's the normal state of things. And moving from a solid to a liquid, we see that is going to be our melting. And moving from a liquid to a gas, we can call that vaporization. We could call it also the process of when we boil something, we're vaporizing something. In reverse of that, so if we go from a gas to a liquid, we call that condensation or condensing. And we see moving from a liquid to a solid is freezing. And those we should know. Those are kind of known terms that you've probably learned way back when. Things that we might not know, one that we need to pay attention to is sublimation. And sublimation is going from a solid to a gas, straight from a gas. A great example of this is CO2. Okay, dry ice. When we have dry ice and it goes from a solid straight to a gas, we see that. Great example of that. Another state of matter that we might not remember, but we do have, is plasma. And we see that plasma is that we move to its ionization and the recombination, but there is that fourth state that we get to this plasma that we just need to know about. Remember that when we're looking at this, when we're going from solid, liquid to gas, we see that over here we have the enthalpy of the system, which enthalpy is just a measure of heat, the heat loss, heat gained in a reaction. And the enthalpy of this is as we increase it, the heat changes. The other thing we need to know is the entropy. We talked about entropy, which is the disorder in a system. The most ordered would be solid, the least ordered would be plasma, of course. But what we see is that entropy is the measure of disorder in a system. So the very highest entropy would be plasma. And in most cases what we deal with in chemistry, the biggest entropy that we're going to deal with is just when we're talking about a gas. And so if we're comparing the entropy in the states of matter, gas usually is what we're going to be dealing with. That has the highest, and then solids have the lowest, and obviously liquids are right in the middle.